Hey, it's Preacher Tom Anderson, Streets of America Homeless Outreach Ministry and On-SPOT Video. We are going to be going out tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, and we're going to get things ready. We're going to go to the store in the morning and pick up some fresh vegetables. We're going to pick up some bell peppers because we're going to be cooking some sausage gravy with some bell peppers and onions in it. Give it a little flavor, and we're going to add some shrimp. So we're going to have a shrimp sausage gravy, and we're going to have that on rice. And so we're going to be cooking that up tomorrow. We're going to do another one at another time, another video. We are actually we're going to make a what we call a shrimp creole. Some call it frogmore stew, some call it different things, but we all do it different. So even though it's a southern thing, and I know Louisiana has theirs, and and I love crawfish too. So don't you get me wrong. Any of y'all Louisiana folks want to invite me down for some crawfish, a crawfish boil, bring it on. I'll even try some gator tail. Let's do it. But I'm going to be cooking up some gravy. And this is going to be a white gravy with sausage, and we're going to add some bell peppers and some onions. We're going to cook those bell peppers and onions and some bacon. So we're going to take that bacon, get it cooked there, and then we're going to add some bell pepper stuff. We're going to use the grease out of the bacon to get those onions and bell peppers and everything cooked up, and we're going to add our sausage gravy and sausage and all of that. Now, the gravy I'm using is already made up with the sausage in it, so I thought I would go ahead and use that, seeing as how I have it. But I'm going to do some extras to it and put that on rice, and on top of that, we'll do some green beans. And I don't know what else I'll figure out. We'll do something else. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something else out, and we'll get the things cooking tomorrow, and we'll go out and try to help somebody. So it's going to be a two-part video. The first part will be us cooking. Second part will be us feeding. And I know a lot of y'all like to see us cooking it, and I say us, talking about me. I am the cook. I am the preacher, and I do have help serving, and I appreciate that. I am a member of Calvary Baptist Church, and those folks, I have a couple of ladies that are going to come out. They're going to bring out some peach cobbler and something else, and they're going to come out and join us tomorrow and be part of our serving to our homeless. So as the ministry branches out, I want to try to be a blessing to the church and everything, and let folks get involved and come on and let's all go help somebody. So if you want to donate to the ministry, that'd be a blessing. I still want to open the doors to the Beaufort Lighthouse mission, rescue mission. I want to do that. I get a lot of comments about, all you're doing is feeding them and leaving them where they're at and everything else like that. No, that's not my intention. Right now, I don't have much choice. What my goal is for our homeless is not to help them to stay where they're at and let them stay, as some people call them old bums, they won't never work. Well, some of them do work. So I can vouch for that. Some of them do work. And it's tough. Even though they work a job, it don't mean they can afford a house or an apartment or a water bill or a light bill and all that other. So I'd like to get the mission started so I can help them with that, as far as getting them the job they need, helping them set up their bank account. If they need to get an identification or something like that, help them with that. I know that there's programs they can get on if they're working and trying to make it, and they're actually willing to work and do that. I believe our county government will help them get them an apartment. But they got to be willing to be trying to move forward with a job. So if we can help them get a job and whatever else we can help them with, that's what we want to do. Also, our veterans, we have some military. Some of them don't even know how to they don't even want to deal with the VA because a lot of times it's a waiting game, and then you got to get up there and talk to them to find out. I don't know. Our veterans deserve whatever benefits they can get, and if they can get an apartment and stuff like that, because they do want to work, because they want, and they're in the same thing. They have to work. They have to be willing to work. I know some of them have the PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome. I know some of them go through that, and I haven't dealt with a whole lot of military homeless that are on the streets, and I'm glad of that. I'm glad because I'm glad there's other military. I'm in a military town. We have 3 military bases here. We have the Marine Corps Air Station, the Marine Corps Parris Island, and we have the Naval Hospital Base. So we have 3 bases right here, and we have a whole multitude of different militaries here. So just because we're basically a Marine Corps town does not mean that's all we have here, because we have a lot of Army, Navy, Air Force, as well as our Marines, and we appreciate all of them. We thank them for what they do. We thank them for being there to answer the call when we're not able to. So anyways, we want to try to help them. We want to try to help those that are without, the ones that are on drugs. Now let me just put this little statement in here for a lot of y'all that just think I overlooked this. I can't do anything for the ones that are on drugs. Now I know some of the homeless, they watch my videos, and I want to let them know, if you're on drugs, I can't help you. I might be able to give you a hot meal, but my whole thing is trying to help you, is trying to get you into a position to get off your drugs. Now, for me to help you any further with jobs and stuff like that, you're going to have to get off the drugs, because nobody's going to hire an individual who has a drug addiction. It's too much liability, and plus they can't rely on them. And so all of you that are on drugs, you know good and well that's exactly the way it is. So you have to go into some type of rehab and be willing to try to get off this problem you have, to get into something that you can be happy about. I say pride. I don't like to use the word pride, because pride, the Bible says pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. So pride is not, a lot of times we get proud on what we did. Look at what I accomplished. But I believe the help through the Lord Jesus Christ. I believe the help of God within the lives of the homeless that want to get help. I believe if they'll put their faith and trust in that and depend on God to help them fight this addiction, they can go through the rehabilitation, they can get them a job, and they can try to get back into the working society and try to do something and become something that is beneficial, especially to family members that might be looking at them and praying for them. So that's what I want to do, and for you that want to donate and help us towards a monthly bill on paying the rent on a homeless mission, that is my goal. I thank you, those of you who have donated towards us getting that goal going. I have a bank account that's set up strictly for that, and the money that has been donated towards that is where the money is, and will stay there until I get a building to pay the rent. And once I do that, but I don't want to get a building and start paying rent on something that I can't maintain. So I have to have a monthly support coming in that will maintain that. You say, where's your living by faith? There is a thing of living by faith and living by foolishness. And when God says do it, you can bet your bottom dollar that I'll be right out there getting that building and putting it in the works. In the meantime, while I'm looking for a building, I'm also trying to get things together on how to get in and operate it, as far as making sure everything falls into place. If any of you watch this video and you have a homeless shelter mission that you operate out of with your church and things like that, send me that information. I will make it a point. If you have any videos on that particular mission, that's fine. But if I have to, I will travel from South Carolina to that mission just to find out how they operate and how they run it, to give me some ideas Give me some wisdom on how that I need to do this, because I have a goal in mind. I have a mindset, but I want to make sure that everything I do is according to the scriptures as well as common sense. So pray about it. I'm praying that God will open that mission, that things will get going. In the meantime, I'm going to be continuing to go out and feed the homeless out here in Beaufort, South Carolina. And you pray with me on that and go with us. And I thought what I would do, I'm adding the cooking in with the channel to try to help. And you say, well, you're trying to build the channel. Yes, I'd like to build the channel to be able to support a financial support. I would like to build the channel to where it's able to support the rescue mission. And then I'll do videos on the rescue mission and those, all that I'm able to video and things like that, that's helping people and bringing them to a life change of goodness, a life change in loving God, a life change in loving people, a life change in hating drugs, a life change in hating the way they are living to get into the way they ought to live. Just to hate the way they are and to get a mindset on the way that they would love to be. So that's what it's about. This is Preacher Tom Anderson, Street America Homeless Outreach Ministry, on-spot video. And you pray about it if you can help. And we can use anything that you donate. You can donate through our PayPal that we have set up, because it has several different areas there that you can donate towards. If you want to donate towards food, if you want to donate towards rent, if you want to donate towards whatever you want to donate it towards, whatever you donate it towards is where it will go. So if you don't donate it towards food and you donate it towards sleeping bags, I put that in a separate area for that money to be used for sleeping bags. If you want to just buy a sleeping bag and send it to us, do that as well. If you got food that you want to just order through Sam's or Walmart, Amazon, if you want to just order food and send it to us, you can send it to us at Streets of America Homeless Outreach Ministry or on-spot video at 19 Santee Lane, Beaufort, South Carolina, 29906. That's 1919 SANTEE Lane, Beaufort, South Carolina, 29906. And you can send it to that address and I will get it. And those deliveries are made within a fenced-in area. Nobody can come and steal them. Nobody can come in and mess with any of that stuff. My office is right next to the fenced-in area, and all drop-offs are made there to where they are secure and safe, and they're also on security cameras to where nobody can touch them. It doesn't matter where I am. I can be in a whole another state, and I can look in the area that those things are in, and I can see that they are there. It alarms me whenever someone arrives with a package. So all of those things are there for me to know that you sent something in and it got here. If you donate something for an individual that you have seen on the video, you make sure you put that a note, have a gift note put inside there that particular item is going to a certain individual that you have chosen it to go to. And I will make sure that they get it. So the ministry is trying to be a blessing, but yes, now I am going full force and trying to build the money and the financing needed to build the mission that we need here to help our homeless. Not to stay in the condition they are, but to give them a hand up. Not just the hand out. We want to give them that hand up to get them into a better life. You know, whenever I say, and my motto is, let's go help somebody. Come on, let's go help somebody. I want to help them off the street. I want to just help them leave and let them stay where they're at. I want them to get off the street. I want them to do something with their life that is productive. Show their family members or their friends and all of them that, hey, look, I'm not the guy that I used to be. I'm totally different now, and I'm moving forward. Let me tell you something. I applaud you if you get up off them streets and get out there and get you a job and start doing right. I will applaud you. I will help you any way that I can. I will make sure that I try to be a blessing to you. And if we can start housing people within the mission, the rescue mission, and have some room set up to where I can get them a place temporary. It would only be temporary. They could only stay there so many days at a time before they had to go back on the street. But in the meantime, a lot of times, if they get a job with an employer, and that employer likes the way they work, man, they want to hire them full time. They want to hire them to be their worker. A lot of times they will help them get a place for rent, and they will provide them with things they need, and they will be their overseer to not just have the job for them, but to help them further themselves along as long as they keep themselves straight. As long as they keep themselves off the drugs and mindset forward to do a good job and to make a better life for themselves. There's no employer that would not love a worker they can depend on and count on and know he's going to be there, and he's not going to go looking, the employer's not going to look around and see the guy walking the other direction saying, man, it's easier to stand out there on the street holding a sign than it is to stand on that hot roof. It's not that employer, if he'll find somebody who's steady and stable, he'll hire them and he'll do what he can to help them. I promise you that. And those will be the kind of employers we look for with the mission, is the ones that are looking to also reach out their hand and give that individual a hand up and work with the mission and be able to come by and know that we recommend this individual right here. We recommend them because they have gotten off the drugs. They have been sober. They are willing to take a blood test. They're willing to take a urine test or whatever a drug test is consistent of. They're willing to do that just so you'll hire them and they can get out there and get their life back in order. So those are the kind of folks we want to help them. We want to help get all that stuff going. So this is Preacher Tom Anderson, Streets of America Homeless Outreach Ministry. And if you can be a blessing to the ministry, we would greatly appreciate it. I can mention again so many of you that have given. You know who you are. And most of all, don't worry about, well, you never call my name out. I mean, I donate, but you never call my name out. Hey, let me tell you something. Would you rather get your reward now, here on earth, and have me call your name out and give you all those benefits and all those glories and all that stuff, when you know good and well, when you stand before God, if you're a saved individual, and you stand before God, and you can say, Lord, I wasn't worried about what people knew as far as me giving. I just wanted to do it because it was right. And Lord, I believe you wanted me to do it. I believe you wanted to do it. And the Lord will look at you, and you know what? He'll say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of thy Lord. Let me tell you something. It's nice to know that when you stand before God at the judgment seat of Christ, and know that the rewards will come your way. Sure, we'll have some taken away, but to know that rewards will be given because you loved God, because you loved Him and wanted to see the gospel go forward. You loved Him and wanted to see people saved and helped and goodness come into their life. You think about that. It's a sad thing for a man to die and not know God. So, pray about it. I do pray that you'll make that decision to help this ministry. And I'm Preacher Tom Anderson. I've given you the address, and I'll give it to you again. You can send it to Streets of America Homeless Outreach Ministry. It's kind of long to write on an envelope, so you can just put On-Spot Video or Streets of America. And 19 Santee Lane, 1919 Santee. Santee is spelled S-A-N-T-E-E. Santee Lane, L-A-N-E. And that's Beaufort, South Carolina. B-E-A-U-F-O-R-T, South Carolina. The zip code is 29906. If you need to call me, Most of the time, all you're going to get is you're going to get an answering service. And I check the messages later. But if you just want to drop a note and say, hey, Preacher Tom, I really appreciate you just dropping your line saying, hey, keep up the good work. You can call me at 843-592-1001. And that is my field line, my cell number. And then we have another number that we'll have, which we have, and it's an alternate number. And I can't remember what it is. It's 843-917. I forgot what it is. 3356. See there? I remembered. So it's 843-917-3356. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. If not, you won't get me. Preacher Tom Anderson, Streets of America Homeless Outreach. Tomorrow is Thursday. And if the Lord allows me to, and we don't get out of here, because I believe in the rapture. I don't believe in the rapture like everybody else has been talking about, because they missed the mark. We're not to be date setters. We're just to be ready. So don't be setting dates on when Jesus is coming, because you don't know. And he ain't going to tell you. And you can't figure it out because you've been wrong every time. All through the years, they've tried to set up and say, the world is going to end. Jesus is coming. The rapture is going to take place. And I believe it is. But the problem is, I don't know when. Well, I take that back. I do. I know exactly when it's going to be. And you mark that down. Should I tell you? I can tell you exactly when. I'm a date setter on this. I believe Jesus is coming on time. Yeah, he's coming on time. So when that is, I don't know, but I know he's going to be on time. He ain't late. He didn't miss the mark. He didn't miss the boat. He's always been on time. He's right on time. He's there to help you. He's there to help me. He's here to help us if we let him. So you pray about it. Preacher Tom Anderson, Streets of America Homeless Outreach Ministry. If you can help, God bless you. Just giving you an update, letting you know that we have to feed tomorrow, and I'm going to be cooking some shrimp and sausage gravy and some rice and some other stuff. I might even do some cornbread. No, I'm going to do the cornbread when I do the shrimp Creole. I'm going to do the shrimp Creole and cornbread and corn on the cob and all that stuff. We're going to do all that when we do the feeding, when we do the shrimp Creole. But tomorrow's going to be the shrimp gravy. It's going to be a shrimp sausage gravy with some bacon in it as well, and some bell peppers and onions on some rice, along with some type of bread, maybe Hawaiian rolls or something like that. I'll see whatever. And Hawaiian sweet rolls. Them things are really good. I don't eat them. I have eaten them, but I don't eat them now. And but they're excellent. And with the rice and all that, it's going to be a lot of starches in there. It's going to be a lot of carbs, and that ought to be good. And we got the ladies coming out with some peach cobbler and things like that tomorrow. So you won't get to see the ladies out with the peach cobbler until the second video. The first video is going to be about the cooking, because it takes me a long time to cook, and a lot of y'all, there's something about watching people cook makes you want to run to the kitchen and start cooking stuff up. So come on back to the On-Spot Cooking channel, and we're going to do something. Something. Come on. God bless you. I appreciate all y'all that watch, all of y'all that are praying for us, all of you that are praying for me. I need all the prayer I can get. And thank you for all that you do. So, Preacher Tom Anderson, Streets of America Homeless Outreach Ministry. How many times have I said that? So many times. Anyways, you know who we are? God bless. You still here? Hey, y'all still here? Come on. Y'all go help somebody.